the internet brings us back together yet once again, people. It is EC Radio, Local Music Monday. Hope you're enjoying your Monday. I know I am. It's a beautiful day out there in Central New York. So after you're done watching this podcast, make sure you go outside and get yourself some vitamin D. But for right now, you're getting your vitamin Z. And you like that?
I like that a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You getting your vitamin Z right now,
yeah.
Justin?
Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Somebody else that gets his vitamin Z on a daily basis, and that's Eddie Alsheimer over at EJA Moving Services. The professional movers, when it's time to move and relocate, hit them up at ejamoving.com or call them today at 315-335-0516. Also, much love to my attorney, Dave Longaretta. If you need legal help, give him a call today at 315-735-6162. Shout out to my peeps over at Utica Coffee. I love this new roast that they got going on. It's like a Costa Rica tea honey thing. You know what? I should have the bag in front of me so I know what the hell I'm talking about, but of course I don't. But wakethehellup.com, you can check them out online, and you can find out what the hell I'm talking about by searching them at wakethehellup.com. Also, much love to our good friends over at Saranac Brewery. And, of course, it is Local Music Monday, as it is every Monday, so I need to introduce my pal, my compadre, my tag team partner, my hombre, Mr. Justin Smithson. How you doing, buddy?
What's up?
Running a little late today, huh?
A little bit, yeah. Yep.
Jesus, he makes us switch the time around.
I know. It's all my fault. I've been dealing. There's been a lot of last minute gigs that have popped up here and there. You know what I mean? And I got to take them. I mean, it's just it has to,
You need to take them.
Got to take them, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
especially because there's so much uncertainty, and then you don't know what's going to happen wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
So get them while you can. And, and like, you're always apologizing to me. Dude, you don't ever have to apologize to me.
I
that.
I made a commitment to this, and I enjoy our loyal listeners and stuff, and because I know that they're listening, they ain't watching us. They're definitely not looking at this face. So, you know what I mean? So they're like, yeah, I'll just put my headphones on and do my cleaning or whatever,
Right. But, dude, you don't have to apologize to me. I know you got to get your gigs in.
I appreciate that.
And it goes out for all the musicians out there, man. Get it while you can, because you don't know.
Absolutely.
You don't know.
Yep.
Since it is Local Music Monday, we got a good friend joining us today. I'm pretty excited today. I feel like we have a politician in the house, and now you're newly going to become a politician soon.
Yep,
you were all over the place now with the Frankfurt trustee. Maybe our good friend over here, Mr. Fritz Scherz, can give you a little advice on how to jump into the political realm.
I'm sure he can. What is it with musicians and politicians? It's like
I don't know. What is it? I don't know.
It's a CD name right there.
I know, right?
Musicians and politicians.
It almost sounds like a Warren Zevon song.
Good to see you, Fritz. How you doing?
If it's Jethro Tull, you'd win the Metal Grammy.
Oh, sure.
There you go. The Metal Grammy, too.
Metal Grammy, yep.
Back in 1991.
Oh, wow.
Fritz, how are you, man?
Good. How you doing?
It's good to see you.
Likewise.
Thanks for coming in a little bit early today.
It's all good.
Even though Justin was late.
Man, you're just going to dig this right in. I love it.
He's having fun.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I'm being just stabbed repeatedly right now.
You know I love you, pal.
Of course.
You know I love you, bro. But Mike Coley's checking in. He's saying, Fritz! So what's up, Mike Coley? Good to hear from you.
Mike Coley.
Check out 315music.com.
There's a guy that's all over when it comes to music and bands and stuff, and a strong supporter of, local bands, regional bands, national bands. He's
Absolutely
he's a good guy.
Definitely a good guy. So what have you been up to throughout this whole lockdown?
Just, trying to navigate through it like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've had a lot more home time, that's for sure.
Sure.
Done some projects that have been waiting and created some new projects. And other than that, just not really been playing much, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. But, it's the way it is.
Well, that thing, like a polka band in general, which you guys are definitely so far from a generic polka band, it's ridiculous, but it relies heavily on dancing. Am I correct? Like, especially like a polka
lot of
in general,
the gigs,
a
lot of the gigs do. Dancing's a part of it. Even some of the summer concerts we do where there's not a dance floor, like people will dance out in the grass.
Sure.
But
yeah,
and the gigs we did play, which I was telling Z is only a couple so far since this took place. The one, there was no dancing.
Wow.
It was in a park, and they said no dancing. But everybody social distanced and did what they were supposed to.
Right.
So the gig went as good as it could in those situations.
Sure.
And then the other party was a private party in Pennsylvania, and that was just a family gathering. We've been playing it for a few years, and a few of them danced, but that was their family, and that was a close knit bunch, and that was it.
Yeah.
And other than that, not playing. I've been, working on teaching my son to play accordion.
There you go.
Yeah. I was 6 when I started, and he's 6, so thought that was a good time to try to get him going.
Is he like super into it?
He likes it.
Yeah.
And at age is tough because there's so many things that they want to be playing, they want to be climbing, they want to be running and playing ball, and so. But he's taking a shot at it.
Wow.
So it's like
cool.
I try to encourage, but not overwhelm at the same time, and that's something that's a challenge. But
Yeah, because you're so passionate about it
but
too.
the first time he put on that accordion and started getting the hang of it, man, I teared right up. I was
Yeah.
like, man, I wish my dad was here to see this.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself acting like your dad a little bit when you're teaching him how to play the accordion?
Maybe some.
Yeah.
Maybe some. The encouraging part, trying to really, you can do, try to get him going, so probably in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not militant on him, are you?
No.
No, like,
no, I'm
get
not.
in their room and practice.
No, I'm not. At least not yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Because at some point maybe I have to be. I don't
Right.
know. And one thing I hated when I was learning, because I was that kid, I wanted to be out playing ball with my friends and doing this and that, and I had to practice. And I hated practicing. And it got to the point that I don't know how old I was when they did this, but my parents actually gave me an allowance to practice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because they wanted to make, if I needed that little nudge, I guess, at some point. I don't remember exactly when.
You could never spend it because you were always in your room practicing.
There you go.
That enticed the deal a little bit more.
Yeah,
for
so
you.
that helped a little bit. I don't know, and I don't remember how long that lasted, but I stuck with it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm just trying to get him going with it. And I mean, he loves music. He's performed with us. Let's see, last year I think maybe at 5 gigs he got up and sang.
Oh wow.
And he don't care about crowd size. It don't bother him. So it's great. That's half the battle. A lot of times people are like, "Oh, I don't want to get in front of people. I'll make a mistake."
Yep.
You can go online and watch these quote unquote stars make mistakes all the time. They're human.
Right.
So, but he doesn't have that fear of getting up in front of people. He kind of cherishes it.
Yeah.
Dad, how about I do 2 songs tonight? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Get up
I
here.
do 2.
So cool.
Those moments are like invaluable.
And
Of course, yeah.
Ultimately, you would like for him to carry on the Fritz
Sure.
polka band name,
Absolutely.
right? Like what you did with your dad.
Absolutely.
This is like a franchise. It could go on for years and years
Who
and
knows,
decades
man?
and generations.
Who knows? But I hope he'll stick with it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Gonna try my best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, you brought up a good point, too. They're not your ordinary polka band.
No, definitely not. Which is like, it's something that I think, you hear Fritz's polka band and you just assume you're going to see people in leotards jumping around and doing the, your traditional polka music, which, by the way, was one of my very most fun gigs I've ever played in my life. Was we split a wedding with a traditional polka band. And it was out of this world. I mean, the band itself was just outstanding. The music was incredible, energetic. And it was just, if you've never heard a polka band out there, if you've never ever heard a polka band, you need to go hear a polka band. At least, I guarantee you'll be a fan instantly, just because it's such energizing music. And then you do what Fritz does. And play guitar solos and shit on the freaking accordion that I can't even play on my guitar. And that it's like, but it's from the times that we've run into each other over the years at the benefits or whatever we are. Then it's nice to be able to hear you play live, because there are some videos that I can watch and stuff. But it's nice when I get to see you play live.
It's fun. I feel the same way when I get to go see friends play. And things like that.
So tough though. Well, it used to be so tough. Now I guess it'd be a little bit easier. But, man.
Yep.
At one time, you guys were the hardest drinking polka band in the world.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you were sponsored by Jägermeister.
For
That was-
years.
Yeah, quite a long time. That was fun, and then that program kind of dried up, so
Yeah.
to speak.
Right.
It did. They used to have a great band program. Gosh, back in the day, man, the support they gave was incredible.
Yeah.
Then they eventually phased it out, but things happen. And they devote their efforts elsewhere. And but for those years we were with them, it was great. I mean, gosh, some of the stuff they did, they made some banners for us, which I priced stuff out. Man, I'm like, wow, they did that for us.
Yeah.
They paid for a couple recordings we did. I was just like blown away.
Yeah, a lot of support.
Yep. So
When I have my friends at Jägermeister tell me that the polka band outdrank Korn, You know they can party down. They were like, wow, the polka band outdrank corn.
I'm surprised that didn't make national news. I'm just saying. I mean, it should have made national news. I mean, why? See, it's stuff like that I want to see go viral. You know what I mean? Stuff like that I want to see go viral. Let's be real.
No, but Jaeger brought you on a cool journey, though, throughout all those years you were sponsored with them.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got to meet some cool people and play in front of some crowds.
Let's see, the first Jaeger tour I went to was Slipknot in 04 in Rochester.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And that's not really my style of music, but it was cool. I met the guys, and they were cool, and watched the show, and it was fun, but, that's not really my cup of tea.
Were they stoked? Were they stoked to meet like a real accordion player, like a guy that does this? You know what I mean?
I don't even think that came up in discussion.
Oh, I don't know. Like when I first met him, I was like, man, it's the guy that plays like the rock and roll polka.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's just
great point.
It was just I don't know. I guess growing up around hearing Fritz's polka band growing up, it's just a little bit different for a kid like me.
I saw the funny thing. I might even told this in a previous story, but then like in was it 07, 06 or 07? I saw Hinder, met those guys, saw them. They put on a good show, and then saw Alter Bridge when they played in Albany.
Oh, cool.
That was great, and they were young then.
Mm-hmm.
They were newly formed, and they were. That was a good show. Saw them, met them, but then when I went and saw the Cult in New York City, Brand New Sin was opening that tour.
Those are my homies.
That was the first time Joe and I met.
Really?
And it was in New York City. You know what I mean? Like, how weird is that? We met in New York City when, Verona and Syracuse aren't that far apart.
Sure.
Prior to that, I mean, we knew each other, but we actually, first time we met was in New York City. And the Cult, boy, I tell you, they had to be on their game because Brand New Sin gave them a run for the money that night.
Oh, for sure.
Following Brand New Sin. They blew me away.
Yeah.
That was great. And I saw some of their country shows, Dierks Bentley and Eric Church. Met Eric Church before he was big. He was on the Jaeger tour. And that was just, I saw some, like you said, I saw some great shows.
Sure.
And they always treated you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Comp you, hang out, have some drinks.
Here's a bottle.
Yeah. You're just sitting back one day. You're like, can you imagine if you were sponsored by Jaeger, like still right now through the coronavirus thing? Just sit back for like 3 months, going, shit, I ran out of another bottle. Guys, send me another case. I'm sorry. I'm not playing right now. I'm
probably immune to it.
I know, right?
You bring up Brand New Sin. I mean, that was the ultimate demise of that band. They were drinking and drugging pretty hard.
Really?
And yeah, unfortunately. And those guys would have ruled the world. And they're my brothers, and I'm allowed to talk shit about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, that's exactly what
I think they'd agree with you, too,
guys.
though. I mean, I've heard Joe talk about it before, so
they were doing it pretty hard, and they were on the road 200 shows out of the year, doing 200 days, just constantly going, jump from one tour to another, and they just burnt out. We burnt out quick. But we are live on Facebook. I got a couple people checking in. Dave Bandage is saying no one wants the dad from Shine as a father. Do you know the movie Shine? I don't know. Dave, you're on your own.
I thought it was a band.
Right, Shine Down, maybe?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Shine Down as a father. Yeah. Brent Smith's a good man.
True.
That's one band I don't know much about.
Our boy Pat Orlowski checking in and saying he's having a flashback to the Gallagher gig at the Radisson.
Wow. That was fun. That was for Keeler at Christmas time.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Gallagher the comedian.
Gallagher the comedian, yep.
Yeah.
That was like a couple years ago, right?
I think we ended that night with Watchtower. I was getting the feedback out of my accordion. And I had some real good feedback in there.
Sure,
and if you're familiar with the area where it had it kind of echoed the effect.
Yeah.
So I was like a ton. I forgot who the heck was that come up to me and said, "Dude, didn't know you could do that with an accordion." That was awesome. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Joe Griffo, the senator, got up and with Jeff Manaski, and I think they sang Old Time Rock and Roll, maybe, if my memory serves me right. And it might not be, but I remember they got up and sang. I think they did sing that song.
Wasn't Gallagher stuck in Utica for a while?
Listen, let me tell you, I got a quick story about Gallagher.
Yeah, I would love to hear it.
Somehow he ended up at a rehearsal hall in Ilion with Showtime hanging out. He wanted us to record a song that he wrote. And he had lyrics but needed music. And, I mean, he's And surprisingly, as his career went downhill, his arrogance went uphill for some reason, and like he just came across as like the biggest asshole on the planet.
Really?
Really?
And he was just like, yeah, he's like, this song's really good, but I haven't found a band that I quite want to do it. And like we had to rehearse that day, and like he kind of just showed up with a friend of mine. And like he's trying to like interject his opinions into like our music, and like we're just doing covers, man. It's like we're playing. He's like, yeah, he goes, I would definitely switch this up in the chorus. And we're like, who the is this guy? Like, really? And then like he starts reading the lyrics, and they're just not like, I don't know. We're feeling it, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
But we got him to sign the wall and everything, where everybody signs the wall up there, so that was kind of cool.
All right.
Interesting.
Did he lose his mind or something? Or
I think he did. I don't think that he was really arrogant. I just think that he was just so, you know, he's out there. Yeah, he's definitely out there.
Yeah.
I never got that whole watermelon smashing thing.
No, I don't. And people like if you go back,
But
and
they
watch
pay
that,
money.
Yeah, you go back and
To
watch
watch
that.
him
People
smash
laugh.
watermelon. I'm like, man, what did I miss out on? Guys probably got made tons more money than I ever will.
Right,
you know,
right.
who am I to say? But still, smashing a watermelon.
I wonder if he only uses organic watermelons now. I mean, like, you know, like in his rider, can you imagine? Like, if he sends his rider, he's like, wants this, only organic watermelons with a circumference of 12 inches. That's all.
Right.
You know, that's like
And
in
a
his
brand
thing,
new
like,
sledgehammer.
Yeah, and a brand new sledgehammer every gig. You know what I mean? Like, instead of like Van Halen with the brown M&Ms, it's like, I need organic. I don't know.
How many watermelons do you think is on his rider?
Oh, I wouldn't know. Man, you know, see, these are questions I should have asked him, but he was right.
He probably wouldn't have been able to answer.
No, I honestly couldn't wait for him to leave, so I didn't want to keep him there any longer. I really didn't. I did not have fun.
No, not a good experience with Gallagher.
No.
It sounds like that party was fun, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Keeler's known to throw some bashes, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was
definitely
good.
for sure.
Mike Coley saying he wore his Fritz Polka Band shirt to a Warped Tour a few years ago and got a lot of great reactions.
That's awesome.
That's the one thing I could say about you, my friend, is your marketing and your promotions. Like your stickers are everywhere.
Yep.
I see so many people wearing your T-shirt all over the place.
I'm lucky to have support, you know, where people do that. Like stickers, I've given out so many.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of my buddies was on the crew for Kenny Chesney some years ago. And they're all over. One day he sends me a note, dude, I put up one of your stickers in the men's room in Chicago. And then sometimes Milwaukee. It was just funny, cracks me up. Every now and then somebody will say, hey, I was at this rest stop and saw a sticker.
So cool. Yeah.
Whatever. In fact, my cousin was at a gas station. He said the worst one ever for a bathroom down in Virginia. I think Virginia. Yeah, outside of Fredericksburg.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting ready to get on 95. They're going to some NASCAR race. He goes all over, I guess. And he found a sticker down there.
Wow.
You know, so. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's smart promotions.
Absolutely.
Get it out there.
Those are the guys you want to give your sticker to. You know what I mean? Like, you know, your stickers, you get them a whole stack of stickers. Hey, you're on the road. Have at it, buddy.
Yeah.
You know?
Marcus Rafferty put some on the Hell Yeah road cases when we went and saw him in Cleveland.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Mark's a great dude. He's one of
Yeah,
my
we had
bros.
coffee a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah, we met up because he's working over in Nice Chevy there. And we hadn't seen each other, I think, since Cleveland in 2015. It was just luck we were out there. I was out there because a buddy of mine who won some Grammys playing accordion, Walt Osternick, and he's a friend for years. He had his 80th birthday.
Oh, wow.
And it was not far. It was just on the outskirts of Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And then, as it turns out, Hell Yeah was in Cleveland that night at the House of Blues.
Wow.
And so Marcus and I exchanging messages, and he's like, oh, when you get done, stop by. I'm like, all right. So he stopped by, and he took me in and watched the show. I was like just a little farther from me and Z, away from Vinnie Paul playing, man. And it was phenomenal.
So
and that
cool.
means so much more now that Vinny's not with us.
Yeah,
anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Got one of his sticks there, Patrick King, P. King, his gave me, you know, and it's funny because Vinny's got the he wears the gloves. He wore the gloves with the loop so he could spin them and not drop it.
Yep.
But even though, and the sticks are thick as hell, but they're cut, so it gives a grip.
Oh, all right.
The sticks are literally cut, like if you can imagine like an auger.
Yeah.
Right, how it turns. Imagine a stick like that with the cut. Kind of crooked like that.
That's crazy.
That's so you could grip them better.
Like fitted.
But I got it's my office at home. It's my drumstick collection from concerts.
Right.
Yeah, that was cool that night. That was cool.
I bet.
They put on a hell of a show. There was like a heavy band before them. I don't remember the name. They did a cover of Separate Ways from Journey.
Ooh, wow.
Heavy though. And I was like, I've never heard anything like that. And it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a big collector? You all the shows
Yes
you go
and no.
to? No.
I mean, yes and no. I won't go somewhere and pay for autographs. You know, and I don't hound somebody.
Right.
You know, but if I can get an autograph, you know, I will. And some of the folks like I become friends with, I don't really ask them anymore for an autograph. You know, but I like photos. I like to get photos with folks. You know, I like that experience, you know, when I go places. If I get drumsticks, you know, I don't go out of my way. I'm not going to, you know, jump and dive for a drumstick or guitar pick. You know, if it's there, I'll pick it up, but I'm not going to go crazy for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But in doing that, I got some cool sticks from over the years. So, a little different like that. Concert shirts is my vice.
Is it?
Yeah, I got way too many. I got a whole chest of drawers filled.
So you go right to the merch stand?
Yeah.
When you go to a show?
Yeah, I do too.
Support. Yeah, you're a big
Yeah,
concert
I love it.
t-shirt
Nuts.
guy?
Love it. I like to get hoodies too. Like I like the hoodies from, you know, because I like zip up hoodies in the wintertime, you know. So if I can get like different bands zip up hoodies,
See, I only got a couple of hoodies. I got one from Bonamass's last show in Rochester. No, not Rochester. Binghamton.
Yep.
I got a hoodie there, and then like the Guns N' Roses fan club that I had to join to get them early tickets. I was telling you earlier about good seats.
Yeah.
But the package is great. I got a nice hoodie.
Yeah.
That's different, you know.
Yeah.
And so I like that. But T-shirts, yeah, that's my voice. I got I think maybe 135 or so.
All black.
Almost.
Yeah.
I try not to get all black either, but sometimes those are the only cool looking ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a few gray, a couple white. I got a maroon Motley Crue shirt from 2011, but most of them are black. You know, and I don't like to wear black much in the summer because it's too
Oh my
freaking
God,
hot.
I know. I struggle because I go in my closet and I wear the same 3 whitest shirts I can find every gig because everything else in my closet's black. And I'm like, I really need to make a change here.
Right, same here, man.
You know, I'm like, oh. Because the second you walk out in the sunlight with a black shirt on, you're dying.
Yeah.
Immediately, instantly dying. It's horrible.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure, man. Fritz was telling me before you got here that he had tickets to all these great shows, like Motley
can
Crue,
imagine,
Def
yeah.
Leppard, Joan Jett, and like all those. But he kept one ticket. Tell him what ticket
The
that
Guns
was.
N' Roses ones.
Yeah.
I didn't give them up.
Right.
I'll make sure I
You
go
didn't
to
want
that.
the refund for that at all.
I didn't
Which
because
that's a hefty ticket too.
yeah,
I mean,
it is.
price-wise.
But the seats are in good spot, and I've seen them. In fact, the first time I went and seen them with this current configuration they have was at MetLife Stadium.
Oh, okay.
2016, and you know, my buddy Rick, we had good seats then.
Yeah.
We were like, wow. Didn't need earplugs. I was like, wow, the sound was that good. And then, funny thing is, at that show, right after Lenny Kravitz got done, which I was blown away by him.
Oh, yeah.
What a
Amazing.
performance! Then, during the break, you know, lights come up and people are wandering, whatever. I'm looking like 10 rows ahead of me. I go, Pat, Fritz, my buddy Pat, who works for Journey.
Yeah.
He was there with his girlfriend. I was like, what are the odds, you know, to
Yeah,
be that
right.
close to each other in a
50,000
friggin' stadium
people.
of 50?
Sure,
yeah,
yeah.
right. So, and then when he played in Buffalo, I went and saw him again. We were even closer.
Now, is Axel back with him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Okay.
it's like the original
original-
30.
Well,
right?
Axel Duff and Slash.
Slash, but not Steven
Adler's not with
Nah,
us.
not
he's
with
done
him.
some guest appearances here and there.
Okay, so they're still talking, but he
But-
had like a stroke or something
Yeah,
years
he
ago,
did.
right? He got
But he's still out with his Adler's Appetite.
Yeah,
Doing
because he
stuff.
said I just recently seen an interview I think with him that he when they got Axel back in the band that he was trying to practice up because like
Oh,
he
he
wanted
was
to,
lobbying
he wanted
hard.
to get back in.
That's what
yeah.
I read. He was lobbying pretty hard
Yep.
to
Well,
get
who's
back
drumming
in.
for him? Is it Matt Sorum?
No, it's Frank Farrar.
Frank Farrar.
Oh.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, he's really good. You know, I'd hope they would have got Matt just because I like what Matt did with him,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Steven.
Yeah.
But you know, hey, but when I saw it, I mean, this guy's phenomenal drummer.
Yeah.
The band's great. They really are.
I find it awesome that they actually can get along now and out there. Well, they're
Yeah.
not obviously out there doing it because of COVID, but before COVID, they were out there doing their thing and
Yeah.
getting along, and there was no drama in the band anymore. And it's just when you drop drugs from the factor of that band, things become so
You
much more
just
easier
think
to
of
deal
what could
with.
have
You know?
happened between those missing years.
Yeah, Sure.
if
right.
they had had their stuff together, you know, because.
Yeah, it's the
It's
same
probably-
thing when all these musicians die at early ages and stuff. You know, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, you know, Janis Joplin, all these people. You wonder what could have been. You know, even if they just had a normal long, 70 years old,
Longevity, yeah.
life. But
Yeah.
Well, and then it really gets all these if-then scenarios, right? Because what if Waylon Jennings would have got on that plane instead of Big Bopper?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Oh, you look at all the songs Waylon Jennings did after that plane crash that claimed Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was he on that tour?
No, he was supposed to. He was supposed to be on the plane.
Was he?
But I think he was sick, so he gave up his seat to the Big Bopper.
Yeah.
And that haunted him for years.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it haunted him.
Well, that was Stevie Ray Vaughan's helicopter crash. I think that was Eric Clapton's helicopter that he let him use to. Yeah, because it was him. He was going to fly back early, and the band was going to fly out the next day, and it was foggy, and that's when they hit the side of the mountain. But it was Clapton's helicopter.
And the other thing I read in Sebastian Bach's book, he brought up the fact he thinks that he had that same pilot that ultimately crashed. Because years ago, when they did a thing in Alpine Valley or whatever, I think it was Alpine Valley, same scenario.
Yeah.
The guy, they had this feeling that wasn't safe. And then when he found out Stevie Ray Vaughan crashed, he's like, wow, that's freaky.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. I didn't know that.
I'm not in a hurry to go flying on a helicopter, especially after the Kobe Bryant thing, too.
Yeah.
You know, Kobe, yesterday was Kobe's birthday, too.
Yeah.
And that started 2020 when Kobe died, and it just everything went to shit after that.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I blame it on White Claw.
I love White Claw.
I know you do. I'm just trying to slowly get back at you for digging on me. So
actually, I am more loving to. I love the Saranac seltzers.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
The green
tea
teas.
infused.
Man, I'm out of the loop. I didn't even tried any of them.
Really?
No?
Yeah.
Are you drinking anymore?
I'm pretty boring. Yeah, I like my beer. You know, I like beer.
What are you drinking?
In the fridge right now, I got a Fat Tire left because a buddy came over last night.
Great beer.
And then I think I got some Yingling,
which is Chinese for Saranac.
It could be. Yingling's been great to my band. You know, when we met Dick Yingling, the CEO, head of it, back in 2011 or 12, whatever it was, when we did Pennsylvania Oktoberfest in Bethlehem.
Oh wow!
And because Yingling's huge, and they're behind it, and after we played, he invited us over to his separate VIP family, whatever. They had a little thing going on, and he called this guy from marketing over and said, "Hey, next week send these guys some stuff."
Wow.
Okay, so boom, we had hoodies arrive and some shirts, and they don't really sponsor bands, but they hooked us up with different stuff, and they've been really supportive. Sometimes on social media when we're doing stuff. So I find myself buying Yingling quite a bit.
Oh,
sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
but I like other beer. I mean, Labatt Blue's probably my go-to beer.
Is it?
As I got fatter, it was Labatt Blue Light. It was Labatt Blue Light. But I like that way back in, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I know I'm getting older. When I start saying things, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, and holy cow.
Well,
time flies.
You've been doing the polka band for 40 years, right?
A little over.
A little over 40 years?
Let's see, October will be 42.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's older than Justin.
Yeah, it is.
Just time flies.
Yeah, it does.
And I wish I would have kept things so I could have had in recent, probably the last 15 years or a little over 15, probably 17 years. I do have schedules, so I'd know all the gigs we play. But prior to that, it would have been cool to have something, so I would have known all the plays just for, for my own sentimentality or whatever.
Yeah, archive purposes.
Yeah, just because it's cool to look back. Where did we play? And because there's a lot of places when I was little, I didn't know where we went.
Yeah, you're just along for the ride.
I was just right along, got did what I was supposed to do, and
Yeah. Now, what's that? You guys are in is it the Cleveland Polka Hall of Fame?
Well, that not really. I mean, that's where we've had nominations and stuff.
I got you.
My dad's he was the first person in New York to get inducted in 2004.
How cool is that?
That was really cool. That was awesome. The thing is, he was never one to want to speak on the microphone. He's really shy.
Really?
And around his friends, though, he'd open up, tell jokes.
Yeah.
Real good ones. But when it come to that stuff, he was quiet. I remember Laura Hand one time come to cover us, and they were going to do a little story on my band in Syracuse, and they come to interview, and they're going down the line, and they got some me to spiel because I can't shut up, and I think they asked a couple other guys, and they got to my dad. He goes, "Yes," and she goes, "Well, Fred, what about blah 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 blah?" Oh yes. Well, Fred, were you nervous about this? No. He just, he was not just very engaging. So then when he's awesome. I was like, wow, he's in how he got inducted. One day he come to me, I think it was like August of 2004. One day he comes down, because we only lived a mile apart. He showed me this letter from the Polka Hall of Fame. He goes, Fritz, is this anything? I open it and read it. Holy cow. Yeah, it is. This is awesome.
Yeah.
It's real? I'm like, yeah. He goes, why do they want me? I'm like, obviously your contributions over the years, that's awesome. So come time to get inducted, the awards show, and I'm like nervous. He got up this time. He went right on stage, got the thing, gave a nice little speech that was perfect, had the people cheering, made like a nice little comment that, loosened things up, and it was like friggin' perfect. You couldn't have scripted it any better. And I was just like, wow. That was amazing.
That had been such a cool moment for you. Like
it was. Oh. That was the friggin' best, man. That was great. So a lot of good memories out there. Yeah, we've had a lot of nominations and stuff out there, but as far as like any of us like winning anything, no, we haven't won. But it's too tough, because we're like outsiders kind of, I mean, a lot of the bands out there in Cleveland prior to this year, some of them playing 4 or 5 nights a week. Mm-hmm. So when people get ready to vote,
4 or 5 nights a week,
yeah,
really.
So they get ready. People get not year round, but there's chunks of time when they do. So when it comes time for people to vote, and they get the thing who to vote, they're going to vote for who they know. Mm-hmm. Right. Who are they going to know? The ones that are out there playing all the time. Mm-hmm. We go out maybe once every other year, if that.
Yeah.
So really, it's going to be too tough for us. It's amazing we even get a nomination.
Right. Yeah.
To be honest with you, that'd be like them bands coming up here trying to win stuff. So that's cool because I'm friends with a lot of them. They're talented as can be at what they do. And it's good. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's a good market for you, though.
It's fun to go out there and play.
Mm-hmm.
I love to go out there.
Yeah.
I do. I love to
just
play
been
anyway.
Excited going out of state to play. Anytime I've had a chance to go out of state to play, it's something about leaving New York State and like feeling
well, it is.
Like when you're like driving on the road and you're driving on the highway and you're like, man, is this what it's like? And then you kind of imagine that your car's the tour bus, and you close your eyes and maybe that's just me. I don't know.
So I'm not the only one that thinks that.
No, I do. I like every time you leave the state, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wish I think I've told Z this, but I think you. But going to Virginia to play has been. Virginia is like amazing for us.
Yeah.
We play this Oktoberfest usually, not this year.
Right.
Capitol Ale House in Fredericksburg. And that's like my rock show for the year.
Yeah.
Right? They have 6,200 people. And the only reason I know that, it's gated and the police are there. And once you reach that number, boom, nobody else comes in because they can't for safety, given the space. And then people leave, they let more in. But even outside the fence, there's other people like down the alleyways or, other side streets.
Yeah.
Big stage and full production. Right? The lights, the sound, everything's just big. And you know me, I like that stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And that's like my rock show where we freaking cut loose and just people as far as you can see, and they dig us.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't dig us other places, but that vibe is totally different. I have people fist pumping down there.
Yeah.
I have, it's just, I'm like on cloud 9 because I'm like, I wish every gig could be like this.
Just like this, right? Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so 62, I know what 6,200 people feels like. And the feeling is, I can't explain it. You guys know because you're in the business and everything. But I'm thinking to myself, man, if that feels that good, I couldn't imagine some of these shows, Download Festival and stuff.
Yeah.
There's bands playing for 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And it's just a mass of humanity. I'm just like, wow. Mm-hmm. Can't imagine that.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Those are the nights that you can't get any sleep. We've talked
about
that
that last week, yeah.
It's like you can't sleep because you're so amped up from the crowd, the energy, the vibe.
Yeah. I couldn't.
That was the Boilermaker after party for me every year that we did that. It was just, this was supposed to be our 4th year in a row. Yeah. And that's 40,000 plus.
Right.
So it's just, it's just like you said, you just see people and people and people.
And I just love it when we could do a toast. Oktoberfest, it's standard to do a toast. You hold up your stein, you do a toast, and the crowd's just holding up their steins. Then I have some fist pumping. I was like, wow.
That's so awesome.
You know, we played Rocket in the Free. When we played there the first year, and we did Watchtower, and the next year we went back. We're during the performance, and there was like after a song, like a little pause. You know, somebody hollered out Watchtower. They knew that we'd done it the year prior.
Well, it's all over the internet,
and
too.
I was like, that was freaking cool.
Yeah,
that was freaking cool that they liked our version enough to actually holler it out.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Didn't that video get like tens of thousands of views of you guys doing Watchtower?
I don't think that many.
But it got a lot.
It got a lot. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that many. But so yeah, I wish all. And there's been some other places like we play in Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
There's this venue we play that's been really good crowd wise and festive. But that one in Fredericksburg, that's like blows me away.
I think I want to like apply to be a roadie for one of these shows. That
Yeah,
they go
I want
on.
to come.
Like, I just want to come. I want to come
Hire
out.
us.
Like, yeah,
I just wish
we'll be your crew for like one of those big shows.
I
We'll
just
come work
wish
for you.
all gigs could be like that.
Yeah.
You know, because if it was, then it wouldn't be. I mean, you had nice things to say about polka and all, but a lot of people, it's a friggin' joke. It's a mockery. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
But down there, you don't hear a snide remark about nothing. They're into it. They don't care that our middle name is polka. They're into it. They're friggin', like I said, fist pumping, and it's like a rock show.
Yeah.
You know,
Because it
and
really
I feel
is,
like
though.
a friggin' rock star there.
But it is. Your show is a rock show. It really is.
But most, well, thanks. The thing a lot of times, it's mellow. You know, like we play like New York Mills for the summer concerts. We're mellow, very mellow. It's almost like unplugged.
Yeah,
you know, and the folks that come, they don't care that we can play Watchtower, and they don't want to hear it either.
Right.
You know,
well, that's the good thing about you can adapt to the crowd.
Yeah, and we do, and we do adapt. You know, and that's probably helped us keep a lot of places to play because we adapt. You know, but when you want to talk about fun, man, that Capitol House, that's just.
Yeah, we're gonna sneak on the band next year.
I love
think
that.
so. I'll set up all your gear.
I love it. The more people, the better.
Justin's gonna mix you, and I'll set up all your gear.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in.
All right. Cool.
I'm totally in. I just want to be there and like I want to hold up my Stein when he toasts.
I got a big rider.
That's all I want to do.
They'll probably take care of it. Down
I don't.
there.
I just need a place to sleep. I don't care. I
That's
just
it,
give me some drinks and a place to sleep. And
They treat you like stars too down there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I want to jump off subject really quick too, because we were talking a couple weeks ago, and you guys are still looking for a drummer. Maybe we could use this platform to find you a drummer.
Well, you know, so here's the thing. Like Rick is drumming where he comes in from Ohio. You know what I mean? And for this, it's working out. Yeah. But you know, we're gonna have to have.
Is it Ricky Takahara? Yeah, he's
that's
checking
his
in
nickname.
actually.
Ricky.
that's cool.
Is it how do you say his
it's
nickname?
Rick Cizik, but he's saying Ricky Takahara. That's a nickname.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Rick, thanks for joining us.
So he drummed with us. Let's see, 80. Man, my memory. You get old, you'll see one day, Justin. Right? Probably. I want to say like 85 or 86 to like 2009.
Wow.
24 years. But he's living in Ohio, and it's tough. And he's got his own business, and he's done great. As a result, he goes all over the world.
Yeah.
So then trying to play gigs is tough, you know. And so then we had Mike drum. And Mike did, 10 years maybe?
Mike Farino.
Yeah.
Great man.
He retired. Got a girlfriend, fiance.
Well, he did 10 years with you, but he did how many with Floating Noah back in the day, too?
Yeah. Oh, that was Floating Noah's drum.
Yeah,
okay.
Mike Farino.
There you go. Yeah, I remember that band.
Yeah.
Damn contacts. But
and they were out from the early 90s all the way to the mid 2000s. And
so, you know, so then Rick did the gigs to help us out, you know, but eventually, you know, if we get busy again, holy cow, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
You know, but Rick's been doing, you know, the gigs we did. Shoot, it's great having Rick play. You know, I've been teasing him and say, you got to retire. You retire so then you can just play all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
Because Rick's a good guy. You know, Rick and
sure.
I've known each other since, 1978, 77, something like that, you know, first and second grade. So it's cool that he's drumming, coming back into the fold. But, you know, that's a long trek from Ohio. And on a normal year, we would be really busy for us. You know, there's a lot of other bands that are more busy than us. But for us, most of us working full time, you know, that would be logistically impossible. You know, and you never want it to get where someone's trying to push too much to get somewhere and fall asleep and everything. So, you know, to have somebody, you got to try to have a reliable, you know, roster, so to speak.
Right.
So I don't know what
If
the
anybody's
coming years will do. But like I said, we got only a few gigs this year.
right.
So Rick's doing them, thankfully.
Yeah.
It'd be great if Rick can keep playing them.
If anybody's interested in drumming for you, how do they get in touch with you? Or just
shoot
jam
me
it
a
out
note
with
on Facebook. Or,
Okay.
My email, fpolkaband@aol.com.
Gotcha.
And then it's not the easiest thing to do, I guess. Because we do play a lot of styles.
Right. You're all over
we
the
do
place.
have a lot of styles.
How many songs do you think you have in your repertoire?
Maybe 300.
300?
I've been asked that before, and I've been trying to guess in my mind. Because I know, like, between my dad and I, we wrote over 100.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, 105, 110-ish. And then I'm trying to think covers. Like, we cover different rock songs. A lot of times when we play rock, Gabe switches his bass to guitar. He plays guitar, and then Frank will play bass. So Gabe's probably got maybe 25 rock tunes, I'm guessing. 30, I don't know. And Frank's got a contingent. Frank's more on the country side. He's got his contingent of country songs. And then I think of all the other polkas and stuff. Sure. But, we don't regularly draw from that 300 because, there's songs I know, but I don't play unless somebody asks.
Sure.
And I try not to fall into playing certain ones all the time because I do have my favorites.
Right. How long does it take you usually to figure out, like, the crowd? Can you, you think, like, after you set up and you see them kind of milling around, you can kind of guess what you're going to have to play? Or does it take a little while?
And there's sometimes I've been fooled, too.
Sure, yeah.
Sometimes I go to a gig and think, man, this looks like it ought to be pretty cool, and they're just kind of lame and really not. I'm like, okay, whatever. It happens.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then there's other times I'm thinking, oh, boy, this is going to be something else.
Mm-hmm.
And the freaking people cut loose.
Yeah.
So, there's times when I do think I got it figured out that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
There's that curveball.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. But it's got to be nice to be able to, you see your set list and you're like, this is not going to work right now. You know what I mean? This is way different than what I thought and had written down.
Yeah, that
Guys,
happens.
this is what we're going to do. Bam, bam, bam. You know what I mean? And that's sometimes I like doing that because it's like, okay, now we're going to get them. Now we're really going to get them because they're in. You can tell that they're, for us at least, they might be into more classic rock than they are Bruno Mars. You know what I mean, or whatever. So okay, now we're going to shift gears and go towards that. Shift gears, go towards that. Because I like to think of you guys as not. Like I said, a rock and polka band.
Yeah.
And it's like it's variety.
Yeah, and I like the gigs when we can do that. Like every time we play Copper City Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Man, that's like a favorite local place.
Yeah.
Because they treat us great. The beer's great.
Yep.
The people that come there are fun, and we do get to play our mix.
Sure.
And those are the gigs I like the most when I can play.
Right.
Because I want to play those songs more.
Because then
sometimes
you
we can't.
You get to cut loose on that.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's I hate going to places, and I'm not going to name any in particular. Because I'm a nice guy. But there's been places before I want you to play. Before you even play, not too loud.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Then what the hell are you hiring a band for?
Okay. I try to be respectful. There's a volume dial. I get it. But when the volume dial gets below 1, I'm thinking,
you lose all your tone.
You get that. Okay, I want us to turn it down a little. And it's like, well, what the hell? You know what I mean? If you're going to do that. And thankfully, there hasn't been many over the years. Through 42 years that there's been a handful that were that.
Right.
That's not bad. That's minor. But it's just for me as a musician. It's like now I see why some bands, when they reach that certain level, and you talk about writers and stuff they want, that's why they get that. Because they put up with so much BS working their way up.
Yeah.
The stuff they sacrificed to get to where they are, the dingy things they had to deal with, you know what I mean? So then you reach to a certain point, then you know why, okay, now they want things a certain way.
Right.
Because they can command it. Because they put up with so much crap coming up.
Stuff like that I understand. If it's within reason. I remember when I was friends with a stage manager years ago that worked at the casino, and some of the riders that would come out, the guy would come and be like Eddie Money asked him to go get a babysitter so that him and his girlfriend or wife or whatever could go get some drugs down the road, and so he ended up babysitting his kids while they went out. You know what I mean? And stupid stuff like that. You need to go get so and so a carton of cigarettes right now. He's like, I have to buy my own cigarettes. I'm not buying your cigarettes too. Just the way that some of these things, some of the things that people ask for, that stuff, I'm kind of yeah. But I get what you're saying too.
Yeah.
Our ex sound man, God rest his soul, he was a grumpy guy. Most
They
sound
all
guys
are.
are grumpy, which is okay. But like he would get so pissed because it was before we had in-ear monitors. We all had wedges on stage, and he used to get so pissed because the guys used to come over and like he'd just be sitting there mixing. You need to turn it down a little bit. They'd so he'd turn it down a little, turn it down a little bit, and finally all of a sudden you just see him like his face would get beat red, and he would just go whoop, and he'd bring the front end right down. No front end on stage. We're coming out through the monitors, and they're still asking us to turn down. And I'm like, the monitors aren't even facing out. It's probably sounds like this out front. You know what I mean? And it's like it. Those are the gigs, man. You count down the seconds. You're looking at your phone the whole time. You're like, oh my god,
I want to get out of here. Type of thing.
This hour-long set felt like a 4-hour set. I mean, it's never gonna end. You know what I mean? But
that's a Roscoe move too.
Oh yeah,
take the front end right away.
Just take the front end right out.
Just play through the monitors.
Yep. Yeah. Did you ever play Brennan Beach?
Yeah. God. I think
Okay.
it was July 21st, 1997.
What?
I love how he remembers these dates. This is incredible.
How do you do that?
I think it was July 21st
You're like
and
Rain Man and
22nd.
shit.
I played in a backyard last weekend that they were like, yeah, back in 1995, you played my daughter's graduation party. I go, I did? Where?
Well, how do you know the date?
Some things I can remember. I'm just curious now. Now you got me wondering. Some things I can remember and some things I can't. Some things that I should remember, I
Right,
don't.
right,
And it irritates
yeah,
me.
yeah.
But then it'll be something like you mentioned that I should be close.
Now, are you familiar with Brennan Beach? Z?
Oh, shoot.
No.
I don't have that schedule on here.
Okay.
We're going way back.
Brennan Beach, okay, we get hired. Tony C actually got us the gig to go up there, and we go all the way up there, and it almost looks like a stadium, like where they put the place they put you. It's almost like the arches, and that like it kind of goes around, and you set up in the center. It's like in the round.
Well, I don't know if that was like that when we were there. Because where we were, it was like a pavilion, and the doors that went up were behind us.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, no, this was back in, I think I would say Rocky was in the band, so maybe 2001, somewhere around there.
Where is this place?
It's up near Lake Ontario. It's right on Lake Ontario. And it's like a campground.
Okay.
And like people literally drive their golf carts around the whole time, right? So like we get in there.
It's funny you mentioned it, 'cause that's how I remember it.
Yeah, and like we're set up in the round. We're on the bottom level, and then there's like a place where people can stand around you, and then there's another level with picnic tables, and there's another level on top of that, right? And then there's these archways. It looks really cool. So we're in there setting up, and the guy comes over, and he's like, yeah, he goes, all right. He goes, you guys, the gig is 8 to 10. He goes, if you play any longer than 10 o'clock, I'm going to pull the plug. I'll shut down all your equipment. Because you know what? You guys are going to feel like you're the fucking Beatles. He goes, but I don't care. He goes, 10 o'clock. Shut it off. We're like, all right, dude. I mean, there's like 2 people sitting out here right now in the picnic table like the Beatles. Okay, what is this guy talking about? So we finish setting up. Our gig starts at 8 o'clock. 10 of 8, still the same 3 people sitting at a picnic table. I'm like, oh, my God, this is going to suck so bad. 5 of 8, it was like the gates just opened up and there's like 3,000 people surrounding you in this freaking pavilion. And they're not just standing there. They got their arms up. They're yelling every word. I mean, we're just a cover band, but I felt like, it just gives you that feeling, and we did. We felt like rock stars. And then at 10 o'clock, none of us wanted to stop playing. It was just a 2-hour straight show. We didn't even take a break. And we just didn't want to stop, but we had to. And everybody in the crowd was like, come on, play longer. We're like, we're not supposed to.
Yeah, because they were unaware of Mr.
Right.
Happy Pants there.
Oh, he was so drunk.
I'm telling you this before.
It's like the guy with the cigar hanging out of his mouth. Like, you guys are going to feel like a fucking Beatles.
It was amazing, some of the crap you put up with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
why it makes the good gigs stand out so much more. And we've talked about that when we gone places to play.
Yeah.
A fun gig we did that was like the shortest gig I don't know if it's the shortest gig we ever played. Probably not the shortest. But as far as best pay goes, played a wedding in New York City. We weren't the main band. Okay? It was at the there goes the memory. Not Metropolitan. It was Metropolitan Club? Might have been. And but we were the surprise. The woman getting married was from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And she wanted to surprise her husband. So we came, we set up our stuff off to the side. Like the main band they had like a 15-piece
Like horn band,
party,
yeah.
horn and dance and all that. They were on the big stage and everything. And off to the side, we set up, and then they put like cloths over our gear to hide it. So and then we just hung out. We just hung out in this beautiful room.
Yeah.
While we were waiting for our cue. And when it was time, we went out. She had her set songs she wanted us to play, 5 songs. We went out, And as soon as we struck into the first song, the people, well, their jaws, like, they were stunned because it wasn't what they were expecting.
Yeah.
And even the other band watched us.
Yeah.
Right? And we played those 5 songs, and the people were going nuts.
Yeah.
And then that was it. We were done. And it's like, man. And then, the other band fired up. We went on our merry way.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I wish we could have played, like, longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was only 5 songs. It's like that was such a small fraction of what we were capable of. But it was fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
I love weddings that end up being fun because I'll tell you, there's some weddings that like you set up, you have to set up at like 2:00 in the afternoon because you got to be set up by cocktail hour, so you get all set up and then you're sitting around from 4:00 until you got to start at 8. So it's 4 hours you're sitting there.
It's hard not to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
for
it
another
is.
story.
So then you play 15 minutes and you got to stop because they gotta do a toast. And then the toast is only supposed, like, if you ever see a wedding itinerary, they're the funniest things in the world because they're like, best man speech, 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, good one. Food, like dinner, 30 minutes. Really? Like, I mean, dinner is always late. The kitchen's always late getting dinner out. It's all this stuff. So, we end up playing a grand total of an hour and a half. And it's like, for all that work and all that stuff, but some weddings, we played one at Hotel Syracuse in the, the lobby ballroom?
Yeah.
Not the big ballroom, but the one that's actually in the lobby. And it's beautiful. Same, it's got some of the nice pillars in it and stuff. But we played a wedding there. And we played, like, we ended the night because the bride really wanted to hear Uptown Funk. And what a horrible song. It's just horrible. But, like, we do this thing in the middle. We're like, everybody's saying Showtime Funk You Up. Like, just funny, like, whatever. And we get done playing the song, and we get off stage, and it's black. It's like, because our light guy blacked it out because we got to get out the stage, and they're standing in the crowd, the whole entire crowd screaming, "Showtime, fuck you up! Showtime, fuck you up!" They're just screaming. I got video of it, screaming it. And finally, the manager at the hotel comes in. He goes, "If you guys want to do 1 or 2 more," he's like, "I'm not objecting to it at all." So we went up on stage, like, literally played 2 more songs for these people screaming for us, which is awesome. It was like a wedding rock show. It was so cool.
That is neat.
Yeah,
that's freaking
Great
neat.
feeling. I know you got to get out of here. Anything you can promote that you're playing at, or is this a private thing that you're playing?
No, I'm playing at it's like a food truck thing in Herkimer at Myers Park.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm there 4:30 to 7:30 tonight.
4:30 to 7:30.
Yeah, and then I'm at Brass Tack on Wednesday again with Poor Tim, and we can go to Fritz while I check the rest of the week.
Fritz, have you
I have
thought
no
about,
memory.
or have you gone live on your Facebook at all, like playing?
What little bit I did was just me solo, played a part of one song. Somebody's uncle was sick and asked if I'd play a little bit of a song for him, so I did that. Mm-hmm. And then the other one, I don't even know if I posted that. I might have. I did a happy birthday to my buddy Dean because his birthday was last week.
Cool.
So, and then I used the wah-wah pedal on it.
Yeah.
Just to be fun.
I remember we
funny.
talked about that last time we spoke.
Yeah.
We talked about
my
the
power
pedal.
supply comes today. I'm getting a power supply from True Tone.
Yeah.
Because I'm revamping my pedal board a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I got the bug a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. So.
It's amazing when you start buying gear, you just can't stop. You're just like,
Well, see, because
like,
really,
oh my God.
accordionists really don't use many pedals.
Sure.
So.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
good
do,
to
though.
Yours
reinvent
truly
yourself.
has to. So I got the slash wah pedal that I freaking love.
It's amazing.
And when I play that with
Sounds
my,
so cool.
I even reached out to Dunlop pedals because I said when I play my slash crybaby wah with the tremolo pedal right through my polytone amp, it sounds like friggin' sick.
Yeah.
So I asked, do you guys ever, because they do these, sometimes they customize pedals.
Yeah.
I go, do you have a pedal like this, a wah with the tremolo switch? They're like, no. Wow, really? They were intrigued by that, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's like, I love playing that.
All of a sudden, we fast forward 2 weeks, and they're bringing Fritz in for research and development for new pedals for
Right,
accordionists.
seriously.
Hey, that'd be okay.
Like, seriously, man, I like that would be such a cool thing.
I love it. And then I got one of my newest pedals I like. I got the Jimi Hendrix from the '69 Psych series, the Univibe.
The Univibe, man.
That's sick.
Oh God, what a great pedal.
That's
Yeah.
friggin' sick.
Yeah.
Little pedal, yeah.
How many pedals do you have on your board?
Well, there's gonna be. Let's see. Right now, 1, 2, 3. I got like 6 maybe.
Yeah.
But one's just I have a backup reverb in case my reverb goes down on my amp because I had that happen before. So I don't really count. I got it, but I don't use it.
Right.
And then I got a few different, like I got my tremolo pedal that came with the Polytone amp. Then I got a rotoscope pedal that's a backup to that. So in case something happens to that pedal, boom, I just click a switch and I'm all set. Then I got my Shaky Jimmy pedal from Moen.
Mm-hmm.
I have that tuned a little, tempo is a little slower than my normal tremolo.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I've got a phaser pedal from TC Electric.
Yeah.
Electronic, I mean, not TC Electric. Holy cow, you can tell I'm an accordionist. TC Electronic, and then I have that one set faster.
Yeah.
So depending on what I'm playing, if I want a slower tremolo, like on For What It's Worth, the Buffalo Springfield tune, I'll hit that Shaky Jimmy one. It's kind of a little just.
That's cool, yeah.
It's for my own enjoyment.
Yeah.
Because really, do I need that stuff? Of course not.
Yeah, but as an audience member,
but
though?
Because I want to have something. When we played in Schenectady last year at Frog Brewing Company, we were doing, I forgot what song we were doing, and I had my wah going.
Yeah.
I was working that thing pretty good. And after we went to take our break, this young kid, probably 27 or 28, comes up to me and goes, dude, he goes, am I hearing things, or are you like playing a wah with that accordion? I go, yeah, it was. He goes, I've never heard an accordionist use a wah pedal. I'm like, well, I hope that's not a bad thing. He goes, dude, that's freaking awesome.
Nice.
So he noticed that.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the sprinkles
it's
on
fun.
top.
What
you
the
know?
hell, you know?
Yeah.
It's the sprinkles on top of a sundae.
You know, it's just like I said, most of it's for my enjoyment because I dig that stuff. You know, I dig a lot of Hendrix
Do your band members go, oh crap, he's got another pedal. Here we go.
No, because Gabe, my bass player, who also plays like the rock on the guitar, he's got more than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's putting his new pedal board together probably as we speak.
Yeah.
You know, we've been keeping Mark at Big Apple busy.
Oh yeah.
With you know, toying around with some stuff, and why not? It's a little fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun. I bought another cymbal because why not?
Why not?
You know, so the drum kit that we've been using, I got a nice 16-inch Ozone Crash. That's it's like in the middle of a Crash and a China.
Yeah. That's cool.
You know? So it's just different.
Right on, man.
Because I wanna make sure we sound a little different than
the
other polka bands. Because
sure
then that way too, when people want like more traditional stuff, they can get the other bands that maybe have trumpets or, you know, because we don't have a trumpet. We're not going to be able to do that stuff like some people want it.
Right.
It's all good.
Keep rocking though, brother.
Got to try.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hope to have a new CD out again.
Cool.
We'll see. Got some good special guests lined up.
Nice.
Do you have like a date on this? Have you been recording?
No, I don't
or
have a
any of
date
that?
yet.
No?
You know, I don't have a date. It's
Probably a little tough with COVID right now, right?
It's recorded.
Oh, it is.
And some of it's mixed. I do want to put some more stuff on it now that I got some more some spots where I've been listening where I'm like, you know, I can make that better.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a couple special guests that are like freaking platinum selling artists that are going to be special guests.
Awesome.
So
Can
I'll
you
keep
tell us who? Or you don't want to give it away?
I won't give it away yet.
All right.
I won't give it away
Well,
yet.
you just have
but
to
when
come
the time's right,
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint on one.
Okay. Alter Bridge.
No, I'll give you a hint.
You're just gonna start guessing.
Yeah. Well, I know his circle.
Sure.
He's been called the Eddie Van Halen of keyboardists.
Okay.
So I'll just leave that little hint.
Very cool.
Got me thinking.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it.
So.
The guy from Kansas.
I know, right?
We'll leave it at that. But
Yeah.
Now, when you do get that album out and it's ready to be promoted, please stop back.
I will,
because
you've been great.
And come,
absolutely
sure.
right.
Yeah.
You know, you get a lot of credit for the last CD we put out because when I was in it, you encouraged. Because when I was like, well,
I enabled.
Because the discussion was like, well, it'd be nice, but then you know what? We're going in. We know if we do it, we're going to lose money because people don't freaking buy CDs.
They don't.
First thing they think you got to do, you know, is just they want to buy one song, and I get it, the streaming thing, but you know, there's costs associated with it, and we're not on a label. It's self-funded, you know, and it's hard sometimes to say, yeah, I want to drop a few grand. And realistically, I mean, I know other people sell CDs. We haven't had that much luck in recent years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like, But you were like, yeah, but geez, it'd be good to get that because you'd have it done. It'd be something you'd have for that moment in time. And, you know, for the people that do get it, you'd be doing them a service. And you were really encouraging. I felt it was like two shows ago.
Okay.
And I was thinking of that. I'm like, yeah, he's got a point, you know.
That was, Jeff and Pam, and we mentioned them just about every time here. Jeff and Pam at Big Blue. Pam was telling me, and this was back when Mikey did his album, they had I think even disc makers had them where they were like they look like business cards, okay? And they have like you buy these cards and they link to a website, and the website has all the liner notes on it, the disc art, like everything that you would normally find in a CD or a vinyl, and the download code allows them to download the music onto their computer or their phone or anything like that. But they pay you like the same they would pay you for a CD. So you give the band $10. They give you the download card. You go and download the CD. You get all the liner notes and everything. And you don't need that physical thing. And I'm like, that's genius.
It is.
Because the thing is like if you just go to CD Baby and have them distribute for you, then you're going on. I mean, yeah, they're distributing on all the streaming services. But like I said, I mean, I've made about $200 since 2007 on streaming.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had a decent amount of streams for a while. You know what I mean? But I mean,
they don't pay shit.
No, I get like a check for $20 quarterly. Like that was a couple years ago, but not anymore. But
right.
You know what I mean? But it's not.
Yeah,
but it's not fun. But for somebody that's like, you're not on a label. I'm not on a label, but. Seems like it'd be like a really cool thing to like try even once,
maybe.
Save the money on the CDs just for one. You know, and I guess if you needed to go back and do it, you could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
bandages all over the place. He's saying, is it Derek Shanahan?
Oh no, Derek Sherinian. That's
Sherinian.
That's
it's possible.
So Derek Sherinian is in Black Country Community, which is Joe Bonamassa's rock band.
And Jason Bonham,
and Glenn Hughes. Dear Lord.
Epic. Is it?
Oh,
you know,
could be. Yeah. There's a chance.
Well, there's somebody out there guessing.
There's a lot of chances. There's a lot of possibilities.
Good guess.
A lot of things being discussed.
Also, bandages, plug in your Showtime where you guys are eating this weekend. You guys are eating at Lucan's on Thursday, right?
Yes, we're eating at Lucan's on Thursday, and then I think that we might be a dinner special at One Jenny on Friday.
Your little dinner special.
Yeah.
What are you ordering?
We're ordering the trio.
Okay.
Yeah, and the special runs from, I'm guessing, around 8 to 10 or 11.
Okay, cool.
It's nice that they put the times in for the specials.
Yeah, the special is 8 to 11. I mean, I think that, it's almost like a happy hour thing, but with food. You know what I mean? So the Showtime Trio Burger.
That's, cool. And you like to eat, man.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
I do. And so does Jose and Joe.
Jose does. Yeah, yes. Joe. Yeah, we all love to eat.
You guys are going to come down to One Jenny or Lucan's this weekend and watch the Showtime Trio eat a whole bunch of food, and it's going to be miraculous.
Oh boy!
Yeah, for sure. That's how we're going to promote it.
Yeah, I love it. I think even after COVID, we should just promote everything like that.
Come down and watch us eat a whole bunch of food. Also, I got to give a shout out to John Pappas over at Geddes Bakery in Syracuse. Awesome pastries over there in Syracuse. He's hanging out with Bill Vinci right now, our good friend Bill Vinci, who tonight, No Time for Nonsense, goes live at 7:00. He's got comedian Vic DiPotetto coming on. You know who Vic DiPotetto is, right?
I love it.
He's out of his mind.
Love it.
He's one of my favorite all-time guests I've ever had on this podcast.
So much fun.
And he just spits and he gets red and he gets all worked up. But I agree with pretty much 99% of the stuff that comes out of the
You got to put like a clear sheet over when he comes in and stuff.
Well, no, he's going to be on. This is via satellite.
Oh, all right.
So,
okay, it's probably a good thing.
He's been at the Stanley a few times, man, and like lit it up. The last time at the Stanley, he was so freaking funny, so funny. So
like an Italian Lewis Black.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like just the way he yells, it's funny.
He just yells and screams. Yeah. So that goes off tonight. No Time for Nonsense, 7:00 with Bill Vinci and guest comedian Vic DiPotetto. Fritz, how could people check you out online? Maybe they want to stream some of your stuff and listen to some of your music.
They could. Go to fritzspolkaband.com. There's links all over. Go to YouTube, type our name in. And if you're going to go to YouTube and you want to hear one of my favorite songs. I shouldn't say one of my favorites because I got quite a few favorites. But if you want to hear one from our last recording, type in Fritz's Polka Band, Hey, H-E-Y, exclamation point. That was the name of the album. But that features Todd Kearns from Slash's band playing lead guitar. And that song's more like a Flogging Molly vibe. It's not a polka beat.
Love it.
It's friggin' jamming.
Yeah.
Mike really drummed that great. It's got a cool vibe. That song's like one of my favorites. And then if you want to see us doing something different, type in Fritz's Polka Band all along the Watchtower. And you can watch a bootleg from 2014 when we were at the Adirondack Brew Pub for Oktoberfest. And we played, somebody asked for all along the Watchtower, and they videoed it. You got to get into like a minute of it because it's talking and stuff, and then we played. That was fun. And
yeah.
At the end, when the people are yelling, I love it.
Good stuff, man.
So, and if you want to see us live in person, we'll be at Niwa Park in Oneonta Thursday night.
Are you eating
socially
food?
distanced?
You're eating food there, you mean?
Well, it's social distance. They can watch it on Facebook, or they can sit in their car.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's like a drive-in
they can bring their
concert.
food, their food and watch it. Yeah.
There you go. Bring your picnic basket.
Bring your picnic basket. Yeah. And then the first Saturday in September, over to Wagner Farms.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Doing a little sunflower escapade. 7 o'clock at night is
Fantastic.
the escapade.
It's sunflower season right now because
It
I
is.
look all over on the Instagram and everybody's in the fields and the sunflower fields.
That's like the professional photographer thing this year, I think. It's like,
It is.
You know, if you want to do something this month, you have to get your picture taken in your sunflower fields.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
As I walk in fields of gold. Right. Sorry.
I love it.
Can't even.
I love it. Well, guys, thank you so much. Fritz, when you get that album out, come back and come hang out. I love when you come in.
Absolutely.
And next time, I got to bring the accordion down so you could throw us a little jam. I didn't bring it today.
All
Totally
right.
forgot
I'll
about
jam
it.
by that mural.
Yeah,
I like it.
For sure. We're going to take a picture by that mural. Before we get out of here, much love to my sponsors, EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit them up at 315-335-0516 or hit them up at ejamoving.com, the home of the free boxes. They give you free boxes on your move. They do, which most of these moving
pretty
services
incredible.
don't do. Not only they give you the free boxes, but they pack them for you, they unpack them for you, and they bring them wherever the hell you got to go. Use them to move your gym equipment. Use them to move your studio. They do car transport. They do whatever. So give them a call today. Tell them Uncle Z sent you. Also, much love to Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, and attorney Dave Longaretta. If you need legal help, give them a call today at 315-735-6162. And what do we got? Do we got anything next week?
Not yet.
You
I
not
want to
yet?
give a special shout out right now to Tim Moyer.
Oh, my God. How did we forget about
I didn't forget.
Tim
I was just
Moyer?
waiting. I was waiting to see if you forgot.
I did.
All right.
I'm sorry, Timmy.
I got it. I just, I knew I had to say it before you signed off. So
Oh, my God. I can't believe the streak continues, and thank you for keeping the streak
I
intact.
got you, brother. I got you.
we have this thing with Tim Moyer as our unofficial sponsor of Local Music Monday. Yeah, he doesn't do anything, but he chimes in and you know.
Okay.
Wind Down Wednesday, though. Check it out on Thursday nights.
Yeah, Thursday. Why not
8 o'clock.
Wednesday and Thursday
and
nights?
Matt Miggs is playing with him this Thursday.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Yep. So cool. And do you expect to be jamming with him on another Wind Down Wednesday?
I would love to.
Yeah.
I just well, I made the big joke that he's been asking me to do it, and I've had an excuse every week why I can't do it, and I ran out of excuses, so then I just had to do the gig.
Yeah.
But you know, no, honestly though, I did have a lot of fun, and you know, he cooks burgers out in the grill, and you know, we have some
wow.
wine and
You
stuff.
mean his girlfriend cooks burgers?
Well, she wasn't there, so he actually cooked. I mean,
wow.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting, right? I didn't actually witness him cooking, so Matt could have cooked them. I don't know, or even Paige. Paige was there; she could have cooked them
If
too.
Matt cooked them, it'd be full of vodka.
Yes, true story.
But no, big ups to our friends over at Gridley Page and our boy
Yeah.
Tim Moyer and all the great things that he's doing with the community.
Great
And-
singer.
oh, yeah, man. Tim's the man. We love him, and he is the unofficial sponsor
Absolutely.
of Local Music Monday. And tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm off tomorrow, but I will be back on Wednesday with Tone Spliff, actually. DJ extraordinaire Tone Spliff is doing some great things out in L.A. Great things. I mean, he's playing with some huge artists, and his numbers are up there on Spotify and his streaming platforms. And then on Thursday, I'll be hanging out with the Fitness Mill crew. So Aaron and Alex and Eddie, and I think Big E's coming in. So that would be cool to hang out with those guys. So looking forward to that. Like, subscribe, follow all things Disruption Network on social media, and I'll see you on Wednesday. See, I don't even know.
You're
what
off tomorrow.
I'll see you on Blur's Day later.
Blur's Day.